make a andouille sausage and chicken jambalaya. So we're going to start off with the what they call the Holy Trinity in Louisiana, which is an onion, bell pepper, and some celery. So we're just going to chop up our onion here. Dice up one small onion. We're going to chop up one bell pepper. Or dice up, I guess. Or do more of a dice. So when you cut a bell pepper, you want to cut it with the skin side down. Your knife will go through it easier. And some celery. Like that, I just slice it off and that holds it all together. I don't know what the measure would be. I just go by one small onion, one bell pepper, and a couple celery. We're going to cut up a couple of packages of andouille sausage. It doesn't matter if this is just what our store had, but see if you can find some andouille sausage. If not, you could use some chorizo or something smoked, just not a unsmoked sausage. You can make this with shrimp, alligator. We can't do shrimp because Gilbert's got a crustacean allergy, so we can't do shrimp or lobster or crab or nothing like that because of his allergy. That's our andouille sausage. Alright, now we're going to take some chicken thighs and chop them up into pieces that we can brown. Notice I'm using a different cutting board. I got a plastic one here. Just cleaning some of this chicken fat off. I don't want it in my... And we're just cubing it up. Or just rough chopping. I guess you could use chicken breast. I don't know why you would, but you could. I'm going to put just a couple tablespoons of... I'm using extra light olive oil. I got this set on a high saute. When it's ready, it'll turn loose of the pot. Yeah, see, that ain't ready. We're going to deglaze this pot down after a while anyway, but we're not trying to cook it all the way at this point. We're just trying to get some color and flavor in the pot. All that we're going to deglaze with white wine. That'll just keep caramelizing. Now the sausage technically is cooked because it's smoked. We're just browning it up. We're going to cook this in, it's going to take a couple batches. But, I mean, this sausage is already cooked. We're just browning it. We're just getting some color on it. That's all. Alright, ready? Now we're moving on to the vegetables. Cook our vegetables. These are all cooked down. It looks like a lot. It is. But like bell pepper and onion and celery in my jambalaya. I said, I guess this is more like a bastardized version, but it's still along the lines. I mean, see, as the vegetables let their moisture out, the stuff will start coming up. That stuff right there, it'll flavor the jambalaya. And we put the wine in here, it's going to be real fine. So you make your little well there in the bottom. Squeeze it on there. Maybe about a tablespoon. What they say is you cook out the metallic taste of it, I guess. I don't think it really matters. Anyways, there we go. Then mix it in. Alright, let's add our wine. So we want 1 cup of wine. Now we're going to let that cook. Brings a good flavor to it. And cook off that raw alcohol flavor. See, it's already got a nice color to it, don't it? We'll let that reduce down. That's what this is. Your Cajun seasoning. I think that's just about a tablespoon of that, a tablespoon of the garlic powder, and onion powder mixed. So it's a tablespoon, half a tablespoon of each. Onion powder and garlic powder. And this is dried thyme and dried parsley. 1/4 teaspoon of each. And about a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Oh, it's going to be hot. Alright. Now we're going to put in, we didn't have this in the opening shot, but I forgot to put it out, but you got to have some Leon Perrins in here. A couple dashes. Maybe 1/4 teaspoon and a dash or 2. The quintessential Tabasco flavor. And I happen to like the flavor of Tabasco. I mean, I guess you could use other hot sauces, but I'm not sure why you would. So several dashes of Tabasco. Now we're going to put in some diced tomatoes with its juices. So that took about 12 minutes to reduce the wine. Then we added our seasonings, the Cajun seasoning, some garlic powder, onion powder, tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, half a tablespoon of onion powder, garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of dried parsley, 1/4 teaspoon dried thyme, 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes, about a half a teaspoon of Leon Perrins, and then Tabasco to taste. And then we're going to let that cook a little bit longer. Let that reduce a little bit, probably another 7 minutes cook. That's about where we want to see it, that kind of thick kind of soupy consistency like that. And we're going to add all our protein in. This is the sausage and chicken. And our sausage didn't get much color on it, but it's alright. And then whatever juices were in there. Let's give it a mix in. Mix it all in there real well. We're just going to get that chicken and sausage all mixed in there well. And then we can add I got a Louisiana long grain here. Put a cup of rice in there. About a cup and 3/4. Because it is a rice dish. And then this is our chicken stock and roasted garlic stock. It's about 500 mils. I don't mix it in, just perfect timing too. Tuck your rice down. I'm gonna give it a few more dashes of our seasoning here because I like this stuff. So you just season it the way you want to taste. Because I didn't put any salt in here because you're gonna get the salt from the sausage, from this stuff, from your Worcestershire sauce. So, and that's it. Go to manual. 7 minutes. That's it. Make sure you got your seal on, it's not on venting, or it won't build up the pressure. For 7 minutes. That's it. We did a slow release for about 15 minutes, and I'm just going to bend it out the rest of the way. And you ready? That's Instant Pot Jambalaya. I cook it for probably 5 minutes instead of 7.